Have you ever felt like your current situation is a cage, holding you back from your biggest dreams? Like the world keeps telling you what you can't do, just because of where you come from? If so, then this story is for you. Once, in a small, forgotten village, lived a boy named Kabir. He was poor. So poor that most days his pockets were completely empty. His shoes had more holes than leather. His school bag was a tapestry of tears and stitches. And sometimes the gnawing feeling of hunger was his only companion as he went to bed. But there was one thing inside Kabir that no one could see, something priceless that couldn't be held in his hands. It was his dream. He dreamed of doing something big, something that would not just change his own life, but rewrite the destiny of his entire family. But whenever Kabir gathered the courage to share this dream, he was met with laughter. A boy with empty pockets thinking about big things? They'd scoff. You should be thinking about where your next meal is coming from, not building castles in the sky. Their words stung like little paper cuts on his heart. But deep down, in a place their ridicule couldn't reach, Kabir held onto a powerful belief. His future was not defined by his present. One evening, as the sun painted the sky in shades of orange and purple, Kabir sat by the river, the weight of the world on his small shoulders. An old, wise teacher from the village, known as Guruji, saw the sadness clouding his face. "Why do you look so troubled, my child?" he asked gently. Kabir's voice trembled as he replied, "Guruji, everyone says I can't do anything great because I'm poor. They say my dreams are too big for a boy with nothing." Guruji didn't lecture him. Instead, he smiled and handed him a small, simple mirror. "Look into this," he said. "What do you see?" Kabir looked at his reflection. "I see myself," he murmured. "I see a poor boy." Guruji's eyes twinkled. "Do you see the pain in your eyes?" Kabir nodded slowly, feeling the truth of those words. "Now," Guruji continued, his voice becoming more intense, "look deeper. Beyond the sadness, beyond the poverty. Can you see the fire hidden behind it all?" Kabir stared into the mirror again. This time, he didn't just see a tired, sad boy. He saw a flicker, a spark of something powerful, something defiant, staring back at him. It was a fire he had almost let die out. "That fire," Guruji said, "is your belief. It's your true self. Most people let the world's doubts and their own fears smother it until it turns to ash. But if you protect that fire, if you feed it with courage, discipline, and hard work, it will become a blazing inferno that lights your path even in the darkest of nights." He placed a hand on Kabir's shoulder. "People will try to cover your mirror with the dust of their negativity. They'll try to make you believe you're not enough. Your job is to keep cleaning that mirror every single day with your actions. Keep looking at your true self, at that fire within, and never, ever forget what you are capable of." That evening, Kabir didn't just take a mirror home. He took a new perspective. He took a promise. From that day forward, everything changed. Guruji's words became his mantra. He started reading every book he could get his hands on, borrowing them, trading for them, reading them under the faint glow of a street lamp. He practiced his skills relentlessly. Every failure wasn't a setback, it was a lesson. He still dreamed, but now his dreams were backed by a plan, by an unbreakable resolve. He wasn't just dreaming of a better life, he was building it, brick by painful brick. His journey was anything but easy. His mother was often sick, needing medicine they couldn't afford. His father, a kind but weary farmer, toiled all day under the scorching sun, only to come home with barely enough to survive. Kabir saw their struggle, and it fueled his fire. He knew he had to be the one to change their story. So he built a new routine, one of relentless effort. Every morning he went to school, absorbing knowledge like a sponge. In the evenings, he worked at a small tea shop, the clatter of washing glasses and the chatter of customers becoming the soundtrack to his ambition. On weekends, while other boys played, he assisted a local mechanic, his hands getting greasy, but his mind getting sharper, learning practical skills. And every night when the entire village was wrapped in the quiet blanket of sleep, Kabir would sit under a dim, flickering light and study. He studied with a focus so intense, the rest of the world faded away. He sacrificed sleep, comfort, and sometimes even food. But he never, ever sacrificed his dream. His mirror, his vision, was always in front of him. Years of this grueling routine passed. Slowly, painstakingly, Kabir saved enough to start a tiny mobile repair business from a small corner in the village market. He treated every customer with immense respect and honesty, and he poured every single rupee he earned back into his humble venture. His reputation for quality and integrity grew. With unwavering willpower and smart planning, his tiny business began to expand. That one corner became a small shop. Then that one shop became 3. Eventually, he launched his own brand of mobile accessories. The boy with holes in his shoes was now providing jobs. The very same people who had once laughed at his big dreams now stood in line outside his office, hoping for a chance to work for him. He was finally able to provide his mother with the best medical care, and his father no longer had to break his back in the fields. He could finally rest. One day, Guruji, now older and frailer, came to visit him at his new bustling office. Kabir welcomed him with the deepest gratitude and respect, seating him in the best chair. Guruji looked around, a proud smile gracing his lips. "You see, Kabir," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "The world loves to tell poor boys to think small. It tries to convince them that their circumstances are their destiny. But those who dare to think big, those who protect that fire inside, they are the ones who rewrite their own story." He looked directly at Kabir. "You are living proof that dreams are not measured by the money in your pocket, but by the fire in your heart and the vision in your mind. So, my friend, what is your dream? What is that fire inside you that the world is trying to put out?" Remember Kabir's story. Your current situation is just a starting point, not your final destination. Don't let anyone cover your mirror with dust. Keep it clean with your hard work, your courage, and your unwavering belief in yourself. If this story lit even a small spark of hope in your heart today, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone who might need to hear this, someone who needs a little courage to keep their own fire burning. And if you want more stories that inspire and empower, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.